We know it. Jesus told us very clear, ask and you will receive. And we trust Jesus, we trust God. Therefore we pray and we ask. Dear God, dear Jesus, please grant me whatever. Success, money, we always need money. His love, her love. We ask for health, protection. We ask in every prayer for sure. We ask for something. And of course, apart from health, the material needs that we think that we need are a priority. Nevertheless, it happens, and it happens quite often, that we don't get what we are asking for. So, is it a lie? Ask and you will receive? No, it's not. The thing is that it takes time to fulfill some desires. If that something that we need, that we ask for, isn't scheduled to be fulfilled at the moment, or it wasn't even taken in consideration that we would need something like that, then we may ask, and for sure we will receive it, but it takes time. I will give you an example. Somehow an absurd example, but the absurdity helps you to understand better what I mean. Let's say that you want to build a house, and you want to build it on a land where now there is another house. But for whatever reason, you want that piece of land. So you ask, Lord, please, Lord, give me my house there on that piece of land. The universe takes a note and it passes it to whom it may concern. And from that moment, a new organization is beginning, because they have to make it happen, and therefore they must move the people who are living there, and this takes time, because sometimes you have to create an occasion that wasn't planned so that these people may move out. And of course, there must be a reason, a reasonable reason to move those people. Then the empty building must be demolished. And finally, that piece of land may be put up for sale. Exactly the same process happens in the invisible dimensions. It is not like you see in the films or in the cartoons where you have a magic wand and everything happens instantly. One of the first esoteric laws says, as above, so below, and therefore so below as above. That means that creation moves with the same principles, be it in the invisible part or in the matter. The only difference is that matter takes more time. It's solid, it's matter. The previous examples I made, it's just a part of the problem. The other part is that we need to be prepared to receive it. Statistics say that the majority of the people that from being poor became rich because perhaps they win the lottery. Well, the big majority lost all that big money in very few time. Because, like in sport, you can't think of winning a race if you didn't train before. Therefore, God, Jesus, sent us those trials that will allow us to train in order to become stronger, to become more flexible, to overcome some bad habits that would destroy that something as soon as we get it. And all this training takes time. The entire Bible is full of examples of how long it takes for God to fulfill some promises. I'm giving you now an example of the divine timing that you find in the Bible, with many other situations like that, so that you have an idea how it works with this asking and receiving. Let's take the Abrahamic covenant. God's promise to Abraham in the book of Genesis to make him the patriarch of a big, great nation with numerous descendants that would all be blessed through him and his offspring. But Abraham gets very old before he gets his first son. And not even from his wife, Sarah, who, realizing that she can't give him a son, sends her Egyptian servant to Abraham. After the due time, Ibrahim is born. Later, when Sarah was around 90 years old, can you imagine that, she gets pregnant, and Isaac is born. And these two sons would indeed become the patriarchs of two great peoples. Ishmael became the father of the Arab population, while Isaac led to the Jewish people. So, you see, God's promise was fulfilled, but only after a prolonged period of apparent impossibility and human attempts to help with the divine plan. As you see, God's timing may result extremely long, and we really have to believe that He will grant us what we have asked for, continuing our preparation to receive it in gratitude for whatever we have to go through in order to be ready when the time has come.